Hello and welcome to the Treasured Page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. Well, you're joining me today on a very blustery, windy day on the south coast of England, and I have decided to come and snuggle into the craft room. So I have been sent some wonderful things over the last 3 months actually, and if you haven't seen me opening my last parcel, which was over on the Facebook page, I'd put up that, you can see that later on in this video. So you'll see a few things that I'll bring in a moment that I've already opened, and I will put up that footage for you so you can have a little look at the moment of when I discovered what I had been sent from Sandrine. So she sent me quite a few lovely things, but you've already seen me open some of these things from Liz and from Claire, and this is the packaging box. It was just a packaging envelope, but on the front cover and with the address bit in the middle there, which I've taken out, I'm going to see if I can incorporate this and come up with some sort of cover for my signature here that I've got, looking at the different papers and things that I can bring in. And I've been going through all the scraps and little extras that they have given me, and I've pulled out this particular piece of paper here, and then I'm just bringing in my scraps here because these are what the girls have sent me, and I also think it's so much fun to use what I've been sent to challenge myself, try and incorporate the remnants and the scraps and the bits and pieces that they've sent me to create my front cover. So I'm going to try and do that. It's going to be an experiment using just what I've got here, just the things that I have received in the last 3 months from Swap Partners and Happy Mail. I've got some various scraps of fabric. We'll look at that in a moment. We'll see what we've got, see if I can come up with a front cover out of literally just the packaging and the bits and bobs that I've been sent. And this will then house my lovely signature where I've been putting my autumn and fall leaves and decorating them on the front cover. I now want them nice and protected. That's a lovely crinkly page there. I really love that. And then in here I've got all the nice journaling cards and things that I've been sent from Claire, and lots of things there. Claire from Portsmouth, that is. So some wonderful things that are going to come and live in this journal from subscribers and superb supporters here at the Treasured Page. So that's what I'm up to. So I'm going to go through all the scraps that I've been sent, just to have a look and see what colours work. Now this one was from my own stash. I just really like those colours. I thought that they really reminded me of the turning leaves, particularly this lovely golden mustard colour here. We've got a few stripes of purple. Now this journal is for autumn, and we're still very much in autumn, and I want to just see what I've been sent. So this came through in my latest parcel. So this is a bit of chiffon. Perhaps it was a scarf, could have been a blouse, not sure, but it's a very sheer, very movable fabric, so I've got that to look at. So this is the widest piece of fabric that I've got. We're trying to make a journal cover that is going to fit this width, this narrow width. It's just 11 centimetres across. That's 4¼ inches. So it will work. That will just about work. I can extend it potentially. And it's a double thickness, so I've got 2 parts there. Right, let's have a look at this idea. I'm just going to remove the edging here, the salvage edge. I'll just rip this off, utilise that in the journal later on probably. I'm going to just take that bit off, so we'll rip that bit off. Right, so now we've got that. Then we've got a bit here, and that will still work, so we'll just rip that bit off. So now I've got that scrap, and then I'll just reduce the height here, tear this piece off there, and now I've got that scrap, which is quite a nice wide piece, so we'll keep that out of the way for the moment. Alright, now I've got my 2 panels, I can start to have a look at some of the other scraps here that I've got. Been given this wide ribbon, and then that could become the spine of a book cover. And then we've got this nice red colour also going to work. And I could have stripes here, so I could bring in my more flamboyant colour here that I seem to be drawn to today. And then I could layer up some of these fabrics and create something quite nice with the frayed edge on there. I like that idea. And I have this one as well. So I've got that as a stripy idea which I could run stitching down and create something. And then I'm drawn to this fabric which I've been sent in my recent parcel, and I'm just going to put it over the top of this French text because you can see through, and I'm looking at this thinking that this is a nice idea. So with all of these ideas that I've got, I'm now going to apply this fabric to this book page and see what that gives me. Alright, for this I'm going to be putting my collage glue down. I'm using matte medium, and that's Liquitex matte medium on this one. I'm going to liberally cover the page where I think my fabric piece is going to come and live. Alright, this will strengthen the paper up as well. So let's bring in this sheer fabric and let's have a look and see what this will accomplish. Okay, I've got it like that so far. I'm just smoothing it out. I'm going to lose some of that flower down the bottom, but that's okay because I like this foliage piece here. I like this strip. This little blue piece here is very nice, and this sort of more modern patterning coming in is also fun. So I'm now going over the top and sealing the whole lot in with the collage glue. So I'm putting down the matte medium over the whole thing. This could be a watered down PVA glue to achieve this as well. I'm using matte medium because it will give me that matte finish that I really enjoy and much prefer in my journals. So I'm just going to do that, and this glue is then going to seep through the weave of the fabric and seal everything in, and this scrap that will be achieved here will be strengthened up as well. Alright, well that was very therapeutic, just pasting that onto the paper here. I've got packaging paper that protected my table, so now I'm going to put this off to one side to dry, and we'll see what that looks like in a minute and what we get from that. Okay, my fabric and paper have dried, they've bonded together, and what's happened is it's now become a very flexible, quite thick feeling fabric, and this is what it's like on the back. It's strengthened up the paper, so I'm going to now cut this out to the shape that I want, which will fit my signature. There we go. That's another really fun scrap, so we'll put that off to one side. Okay, I've trimmed this down so this can now become something. It's quite exciting because it looks good, I like that, and I feel that there's enough area here to embellish without taking away from the floral, and so we want to sort of play with this idea. And then I'm looking at the scraps that I've been sent. I've got this nice tartan which seems to work with this crisscross, having the geometric squares there with the organics of the petals, so that works. And then we've got some plainer fabrics here, and bringing these in together looks quite fun. So now looking at it, bringing in my signature, I can see that I'm too tall at the top, which is fine, so I'm going to cut this down. Okay, I've got this to a size where this could come and be a front cover or a panel on the front cover, or even it could come and be one of the pages in here, so it could be an insert. So that was just worthwhile. I can back that, I can turn it into a journaling card if I want to, but it's so fun that I'm thinking I just want to develop it a little bit more. I've got this other piece here that I'm quite keen to cut out. I like the black dots effect. I just like this whole strip here, and I'm wanting perhaps to break up some more of this, but I'm thinking maybe a stripe of it coming in there might be quite nice, or I could have it here. I just want to play with that little idea. So that's going to come in there somewhere. So I'm just cutting this black flower out here. I'm thinking there's quite a lot of orange, and I'm just wondering if this would balance some of that with a darker colour at the bottom. So I'm now just fussy cutting out of this sheer chiffon fabric. It's quite fun. It's a completely different material to be using. And I do like mixed media, so this is all fun for me. I'm going to consider having that in there. And the other thing we've got is this. This is very nice. Alright, I've got a little stick glue here. I'm just putting a strip of glue down there like that. And I'm just going to start sticking my pieces on here roughly. I'm not ironing anything, I'm not measuring anything, I am just sticking down the scraps of fabric that have been sent to me. And I just had a little play around with the colour and where I want the placement of everything, so I'm quite happy. Let's just put down a strip here for the green. This is just going to hold it in place, and then I'll just put a running stitch through all of these little strips, just a straight stitch. So this is sari ribbon, and it's got some nice little gold embellish pieces on there and there. I think I'm only going to get one on there though, like that. And then I'm going to put the green in there like that. So now I'm just cutting these in half so that I can do top and bottom, and I'll do the same for each piece. So I'm just going to divide what I've got, and then we'll have one at the top and one at the bottom. Same again here, so we'll have top and bottom, hopefully enough. So we'll take a bit for the top and a bit for the bottom. Alright, let's have a look at how we had this. Okay, just putting glue right the way along there now. Putting down my next strip. So now I've got that, I can bring my panel in. That covers up that centre section where I hadn't got anything in there, like that. That covers that up. I've got this bit here, so that's okay because we probably have some lace there. I'm going to also back this card. So I want to put this on here, but I want to back it. I want to frame it with some frayed fabric. I've got this strip. This is the last strip that I've got. I'm going to put that on there. Measure it roughly and just take a length of, just snip that length off. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this in half. Let's just rip that in half. That gives me a nice frayed edge. Let's go again, see if I can chop this piece in half and rip it. Okay, very good. So I've got those two pieces, and I'm going to do the same again here. Okay, and now turning this over, we're going to glue down the edge here. And what I want to do, straighten out these pieces, put them down. So the right side of the fabric is going down, so we will see the right side when I turn it around in a minute. Let's just put that down there, flip it over so we can see that there's the little frayed edge coming out there. So I'm just tacking down the next edge here with the stick glue, just putting that right on there, taking away any loose threads that we don't want. Take those away now, and then we can see this nice frayed edge there, and then we'll just do the top as well. Okay, so I've only needed 3. This is the last piece, and it looks like it's just enough. So we put the glue along there. Putting the glue on the fabric as well. All right, and then when I take this piece, that will stick onto the fabric as well. So we've gone round in a nice frame. There we go, frayed all the way around, and we'll just take away the excess. Okay, there we have it. So that is a framed edge all the way around, just once it's stitching now. So we've got it looking like that, and it only needed 3. So I've got that, which can come and become a topper for a tag. You know, that could look like that. That could even be a tag. And then I've still got a strip left. So we are doing well. Still got our fabrics, using very little, making it work. This will now come and look like that. They are going to be connected, I think, with this, because this is what I've got left. So it'll have to be the extra tartan will be the fabric for the spine. I'm thinking I just need to back this with something, so perhaps we'll back it here. We'll just do this, and that will strengthen that up. I'll just put some glue down the centre there, tack down my ribbon. So I'm going to just take that bit off, give myself a little bit of an allowance. Okay, I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and I'm going to be stitching this down here. So this is going to go on top of my 2 panels there. I'm not putting it together in a traditional way of joining things with which you would put your wrong sides together. You'd sew down there and then you'd have a nice clean edge. That's not what we want here at all. We're looking for the rough, the rustic, the ugly stitching. We're looking for it to be an art piece. It needs to look as if it has been assembled by a small child. Okay, so that's fine, but we can do that. So I'm going to have a go at that and then stitch down all my little pieces, and then I will finally be putting on the panel, and then down here we'll probably put on some lace embellishment to cover up this area where I've got I haven't got enough of this fabric. And also before I go to the sewing machine, I just want to put down some ink over the top here. So now I'm going to use my stamping pad and I'm just running this over the top. This is Rusty Hinge, so it's an autumn orange rust colour. And I'm just putting that in places over the top of this decorative piece, which has already got napkin over the top of an image, or it could be napkin. In any case, it's also got wrinkles from the napkin, and I'm emphasising them here by just running this ink over the top very lightly and just on the edges. And if it gets onto my fabric, so much the better, because the whole thing just looks tattered and worn, and I like that style. That seems to make me feel happy, and it's a distress that I'm quite willing to have on my autumn and fall journal, just as things are turning into a different colour. And yeah, that I like that. Now the other thing I could do is just put a little splatting of water here and there, and I could move the colour as well, because that was water-based ink. So if I'm finding maybe there is a little bit, you know, strong, I will just move the ink over the top and bring out the orange tones on the flowers. Okay, back from the sewing machine, you can see I've put my stitching all the way through. This is the other side, so it's looking like there's lots of stitching there, using quilting techniques just to go down in a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch, varying the stitching and just choosing to follow the line of the scrunched up fabric. So without ironing it, just following the line down, crossing over the stitching, and yeah, a little bit wibbly wobbly, but totally what we want. Now, if I fold this in half, it's going to start to resemble a journal cover. So everything has come from my swap partners, which are wonderful subscribers to the treasured page. There's a little bit of thread there. I quite like to leave the threads, but this one is a little bit long. Just remove that, and that's going to come and live there. Now, what I've received from my latest parcel, which you'll see me open towards the end of the video, is this. This is an extra that has been sent to me by Sandrine, and in the video later I don't actually show the opening of this, so I'm going to show you now. This is a lovely little extra that she sent me. So there's a nice piece of card there, and this is what was inside. So this is an embellishment piece for the front of a journal potentially, or a box or something decorative, but it is been made out of paper pulp and pushed into a mould, and then it has been painted. Isn't that just so beautiful? So I am really excited about using that, but I'm not going to use it for this journal. I think this wants to be on a very grand, much bigger journal, so I'm going to save that because I've got a little idea for that. So thank you so much, Sandrine. I really appreciate that. It's a really lovely thing to have been sent. I'm going to put that off to one side. and I am now going to use your packaging. So here we've got some washi tape. I'm just going to remove that, and then hopefully we can release the two pieces of card that are here, because I think they could just be the perfect size, and I think that that's great, but the length is spot on. So I'm going to trim them down to size, and then they can help support the journal covers. Here you can see me gluing down a brown scrap of fabric from my own stash. It's a bit thicker, more like a lightweight felt. I'm just pressing it down, and then I'm taking my cardstock, which I've put together with some brown parcel tape, and I'm gluing it down on all three sides using 3-in-1 silicone glue here. I've layered this up like a sandwich, and now I'm gluing down my edges, pulling them up from the bottom and pushing them down, going around all four sides, being mindful of the corners, folding them in and just applying pressure. And this is how we're looking after going to the sewing machine. This is the back with all the stitching running down there. This is my front so far. I'm going to be adding this as a topper, and that's going to come and live there, just get that position right. And then this is the inside, which is yet to do. So this will be the next video. The next part is going to be assembling these panels. I'm going to build in a pocket, and I'm going to sort out the middle bit, and I'm going to go through all the scraps and see what I've got, and then I'm going to be adding in my signature. Now, I love autumn, I know lots of you do, so I will prefer to have more signatures in this journal, and then I will be able to use this journal year on year. As I make nice ephemera and things, it can come and live in this journal. I do have another one from last year which I'm still working on, and I just enjoy them so much. So it is really nice, particularly at this time of year. There's more time to craft. I find we're not out and about doing as much outdoors, so that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let you have a look at the parcel that I opened so that you can see how I came about some of these things that you're seeing here. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to add on this little piece here where I've stamped autumn, and I've just used a couple of those remnants, the bits that I chopped off. So I'm going to fix that on with a couple of brads and glue that all down with my Beacon 3-in-1 glue. And we'll see that at the end. I'm so excited to show you my parcel today. This is the November swap, and this has come from Sandrine, my lovely swap partner. So this was sent to me in a waterproof packaging, and then look, she has stitched along here to keep everything together. What an attention to detail, and a lot of effort. Look, all the papers on there. So we could potentially use some of the papers here, peel some of this back, but I don't want to destroy the stitching at the moment. I think that's quite a nice idea. So I'm going to cut into it down the side. Okay, I'm cutting this open all the way around like that. So now I've got a little folder like this, and then I can use that to keep everything together. Well, I've been sent the most amazing things here, but what we want to look for is the project for this month. So I'll just have a quick look and see. This is looking like it might be the right size. So I'm going to have a look at this because I want to have a look at the envelope project that I set for last month. Oh, look. Oh, I think I've got it right. This looks like it could be. So these are going to be extras. We'll put those to one side for the moment. Look at that. So this project was nature inspired. So there'll be elements here from nature, and we've got a hare there, a really lovely washi tape sticker, and a beautiful piece of paper. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. That is absolutely gorgeous. And a little pack with the toadstools on there. That's so brilliant. Lots of things. Oh, lots of things. So this would come and live in my journal. So let's have a look. Oh, wow. That's number 8, number 22. So the dates were probably different for the US, but we did it for all the Sundays in December. So it may be that I can see the 29th there. So it may be that the dates have been altered to the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd and the 29th. That's exciting. So we've got all of these things here. Little lovely little envelope there with a beautiful clever policy closure, little flowers in 3D. Oh no, it's writing space. Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet. That could tuck somewhere. Oh, lots of tags I've been sent here, all nature inspired tags, beautiful things. Been really busy. Look at that, 3 tags she sent me. And then that's ever so pretty. That's a really intriguing idea. So a little window. So this could come and peep through with something behind. That's fun. I could flip out and have something behind there. So all of these things can come and live. Look, they're just going to look great in here. Like that. All to be played with. That's great. I'm really pleased to show you this is a really sweet idea. So it's a little nod to Advent at the moment, and if you are looking for a quick idea, you could put together your envelopes, you can attach them to a belly band, and what we've got here is these are removable, guys, so we will be able to get into the little parcels and packets on the day that is selected here. So there we go. And then if I just remove them here, we can see that this is a really sweet belly band, and we can just remove that one there, and then we get the belly band. So this is all the little packets removed. This is the belly band, really cute. It's got pictures on it, and that's nice and flat. I can then add them on and glue them down later to create a tuck or a pocket. I can have them all on there, but now I've seen the owl, we probably don't want to obscure the owl. They can come and live in the journal. We can have a look and sort of make that so it dangles down, and it's really fun. That's a really good take on the idea and the project. So they were removable, guys, and they can be put in and around the journal at various points. What a lovely swap. Well, that was so sweet. I've got a lovely card here. I'm just going to have a little look. Oh, thank you. Dear Melanie, thank you for all the inspiration. Truly love what you do. Have fun with this small swap. I'm sure you'll turn my bits and bobs into something beautiful, as you always do. Take care of your shoulder, Sandrine. Oh, that is so lovely. Thank you. Yes, I have injured my shoulder. Can't even tell you how I did it, but I think I've pulled a muscle in quite such a way that it's this side, and it is really, really uncomfortable. So it has slowed me down, but I'm on the mend. I'm on the mend. I'm just having a look at this. Isn't this so pretty? Little dangles been made. Lots of little wire bits in there. Beautiful beads and a little cat. Oh, so cute. For those of you who don't know, I started the year with my little kitten, Maggie, and she is a ragdoll. She's no longer a kitten. She's just had her first birthday, and she's a ginormous, great big fluffy cat. She's no longer allowed in the craft room because she's a little bit cheeky, but you might see the odd occasional appearance. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh wow, oh my goodness. Oh, lots of fun things to play with. Look, all the little beads. Some tea. That sounds nice. What's this? Peppermint. Oh, gosh, I can smell that. That is gorgeous. Peppermint tea. Lemon and ginger. Oh, that is very healing. Thank you. I shall have that. And lots of... Oh, and lots of die cuts. Thank you so much. And little gems and woodland things. Can see toadstools and some nice papers here, scraps and bits. Look at that, that's really clever. So that's a dried flower. Let's just tip it all out. Buttons and little somethings that can go in the journal. Oh, and some stick-on wax seals. They're fun. I like those. They're great. Lovely berries. No, apples. Fruit. That's a nice embossed colour. Oh, lots of little bits. Those are great. All right, so we can add all of those to our So we can add all of those to the scrap tray, and then I can just sit and have a really lovely session, pull all this together and really enjoy it. There's some paper beads that she's made. Oh, that's really, really lovely. Beautiful washi tape sticker there. I'm definitely going to salvage that for the journal. That's really good. All woodland themed as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. Lovely satin ribbon, cleverly presented with a nice little cover there. Beautiful lace pieces, lovely coral colour thread. That's all been put together with a little garment pin. Just nice little way of showing them off, showing off the fun fabrics, floaty fabrics. Really, really great. Oh, lots of inspiration here. So that's fabulous. Lovely bit of string there being used. Nice to use that in the journal. These are fun. That's a nice embellishment there. I'll bring that and reuse that into the journal for sure. Very festive tissue paper here. Ooh. Oh, wow. Some book pages, perhaps. Oh, this is very clever, and that matches in with the tag that I've been given. Oh, wow. This looks like a little folder of papers. Very cool. Scrap papers. Oh, look. That's so clever. Lovely book page there with those images on the front. And we've got some nice text here. Oh, look, little field mouse or vole. Pussycats. Definitely. That's going to come and live with my pussycat collection. I've also got another big lion, big cat as well from the last parcel. Lots of butterflies. Absolutely great. And some book page here. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's lovely colours. And here, look at that. It's a nice page in a journal, isn't it, for autumn, with those turning leaves. Beautiful book pages here, and some great stamping. Oh, this is a really clever idea. Lots of stamping there, just reusing packaging. Perfect. We've got the bugs, we've got the leaves, and lovely stamps here of British iconic telephone box and post box there, and a really pretty bird. We've got sunflowers. That's interesting paper. It's like a vellum. That's really nice. Cute. Oh, cute. Oh, wow. The fox. Look at him. And some French book page. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Sandrine. That is so gorgeous of you. So you saw me there putting the front panel onto my cover. I'm really pleased with it. What I shall show you in the next video is how I'll tackle the inside, putting those panels on, and then working out how I would like my signatures. I'm going to have some wider pages in there, I believe, and I'm really pleased with how it's looking with the little brads put in there like little studs. So that is a success, just using scraps and things that I've been sent. And then just finishing off this whole idea here, I'm now putting some more matte medium collage glue over the top of my fabric, and I'm just wanting to put down this black piece here. Just going to put that in there, secure that down and just go over the top. And this is just a really nice way of using up sheer fabric. If you've got any scarves, or if you've got a blouse and you really loved the pattern on it, but perhaps it's worn out or no longer suits you, you may be able to turn some of that fabric into a thicker, pliable, more substantial material that you can work with and turn this into a journal cover or a thicker page. This could become something that you sew with. It could be a book cover, so that you could use that as a book cover, and just having a look at your supplies in a different way, you may be able to make a bag or a pouch or something out of it. All right, when this is dry, I'll just trim around the edges, and then I've got these pieces which I'm just going to paste on as well. So I just thought that that brought a little modern twist, a little bit of detail down the side there. And now I'm just putting some glue across the top there, some matte medium, and I'm just going to add this stamped linen fabric that's been sent to me and let that overhang a little bit. And just put that down there and then bring this up and paste that all across there. So this has been a bit of fun, just converting this very old book page from the 1800s. It is a really fragile piece, and there's a very nice letter which I'll read to you next time from Madge, so we can find out what Madge got up to in 1889, and then this is all going to come and live in the journals. And I almost forgot to open my very first little envelope here. So this is for the 8th. And the 8th has passed and I haven't opened it, so I'm going to open it now so we can see what I was sent. Wow, what are these? Buttons? Oh, they're brads and little birds. Oh, that's really sweet. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, they're like snowballs. I think they were really fun. We could do a fun snowball image there. So I'm going to add all these little things to the tin, and beautiful things that I've been sent. I'm going to try and incorporate them into my nature-inspired journal. Thank you so much. So I'm really delighted that I've got this underway. This is a really fun project to have sat down to. I've got this here now all drying, and then I'll trim round, and I'm going to add that to the journal when it's all finished. I've been pulling out extra pieces of paper, just wondering how I'm going to put this together. But what I will be looking at is my pages and getting my signatures ready, and then I'll be good to bind them in. And if you'd like to see how this project all comes together and what I then end up doing in the journal, do please consider subscribing to the channel, and then you'll be able to find me in your subscription list on YouTube. And I hope this gives you some inspiration on how you can transform your scraps into a very fun and textured journal cover. So there we go, that's how we're looking so far. I hope that you'll join me again and we'll show you how I'm putting this all together. So thank you very much for being here, and above everything else, just slow down guys and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.